Hi guys. So, bluebird or a blue jay, there's a message for somebody. I haven't looked up the symbolism, but I'm getting like optimism. Yes, this is the right track. Keep going kind of messages. Welcome. If you're new, my name is Vanessa, and welcome back if you're returning. We're going through incredibly deep healing and major transformation. And since I tend to be pulling in beautiful, beautiful people like yourself, I know that you are going through a major transformation. Like, it's not even a minor transformation. It's a really big deal. And it might feel almost like it's too much at times. Definitely like familiar. You've gone through transformations before, but this one's bigger. There's more room to it. There's like a dirt bike. So I'm pulling some past life cards. Let's see. We have phobias in reverse. There are fears that you're releasing that have to do with past lives. I'm gonna shuffle again, okay? Okay. And not all, I'm gonna pull three of these, and not all three will resonate for everybody, but they could also. Native American. Okay, one more. Whoa, too much. Male, female. A lot of stuff. Love. It's almost like blockage of love and baggage from a breakup, baggage from a divorce, baggage from a fight, baggage from a separation. Got Asia, the arts, Celtic, and then on the bottom of that was love life. There are fears that you took on there are fears that you've experienced in this incarnation that stem from past life as someone who's native to a specific land, whether you are, you really are drawn to Celtic or like, I don't know why I want to say Viking, that part of the world, or if you feel like you have strong ties to Asia. Obviously, this won't resonate with everybody, but this is for somebody. There's been a lot that you've been working out in this incarnation, and you are a very old soul. You could honestly resonate with both Asia and Celtic. You could resonate with Native American to like the North Americas. You could resonate by having multiple lifetimes, and you're most likely very creative and talented because we do have the artist card there. So right, we've got male, female. Asia was right underneath. The arts, so you could play the guitar, the ukulele, cello, violin, mandolin, some type of string instrument, piano. I know that's percussion, but hey. Celtic, and then love life on the bottom. Fears around not being able to access love in this lifetime are being cleared. Clearing. Sorry, there's one reader that does that at the beginning of all of her readings, and I honestly love it. I'm not trying to take it, like steal it, but I really like it. And she's so cute. She's like, clearing. It's very, very heartwarming for me. So yeah, your heart is opening back up. What's on the bottom of the deck? Authority figure in reverse. Girl, boy, whoever you are taking back your own power. It's so beautiful. And I saw a bird. I just saw a bird. Oh, there's another one. I'm seeing lots of birds. There have been swallows up here, which, I'm a Californian and I'm now up in the Pacific Northwest. And although I've had family up here since I've had family up here my entire life, I have never really spent the spring and the summer and fall like up here. I'm usually just up here for the holidays. And so it's a whole new world for me right now. So that's just a random little tidbit, but lots of bird action. There are bald eagles. Again, these are also messages for you, so take it if it resonates. Like if bird energy's really been speaking to you, getting feathers and getting wings, and getting, again, the blue jay, eagles, hawks. There are turkey vultures here. The what did I call them? Swallows. Swallows have been going through. So there's a lot of angelic energy, around you. There's a lot of protection around you. There's a lot of you accessing your wings and taking flight. And it seems like love is a desire and wanting to rectify whatever this is. Because you're no longer afraid. All right, let's get some tarot. I want to do Native American, my Medicine Woman deck. Just let's go. Okay. Love this deck. Oh, angels and guides, thank you so much for being here, for guiding the collective, giving messages that are uplifting, honest, true, that are important and helpful. Important's a word that I'm paying attention to. So, reality transurfing. Right? I am neither important nor insignificant. Alright, Medicine Woman. What's happening? I like sitting out here. We have the King of Swords in reverse in the past. Okay. Well, King of Swords in reverse in the past. Alright. We'll take you. And we have the Eight of Wands. So communication coming in, maybe from someone, so this could be an air sign that you don't have communication with. That's a positive way of looking at that. This could also be just a really imbalanced masculine that's more in their wounded masculine energy and their imbalanced feminine energy, whether this is a man or a woman. There's like a coldness. There's a lack of emotional connection right now. There's almost like you could feel like you've been iced out or cut off or cut out. You've been put in the freezer. Sorry, I laugh because I just learned about that. I'm not witchy. You will never ever catch me putting a fucking name in the freezer. But I'm aware of it now, and I'm aware that some people do that. And you know that you know when you've been frozen. So I'm getting that, like, you might have been, like, noticing some weird energetics. Like, would it make sense if you're, like, kind of feel like I've been frozen out of something? Like, iced off. Don't worry. That's their issue, not yours, okay? So communication could be actually coming in now around that. And whether that's communication from your guides, your intuition, or from this person, I'm not sure yet. But there is communication coming in. And we have the Star, we have healing, and we have the grandfathers here. There's a lot of ancestral healing. This goes way back. Whatever it is that you are taking your power back from, whoever, I'm getting that there's a person that has played a role in your life where they're the perceived authority, and it's just gone on for too long. Like, it's unnecessary, and it's really just more of a control tactic. You know. If this is your reading, you know, and share with me in the stories. Well, looks like you are being heavily protected by your healed ancestors. Look at this. Okay. You are actively getting communication and being healed through ancestors, especially if this is a grandfather figure who was really positive influence. The healed ancestors are coming in to help this. This feels like it's really close to home. This could be a family member. This King of Swords in reverse, 11:11 on the clock when I said that. There's a lot of light coming into this situation. And you won't have to feel like you need to defend yourself so much or protect yourself, because you are able to surrender. Can you guys see all of the floating? They're gonna be like floating past me. See, can you see those floating things? Again, we don't have this in California. I guess they're from cottonwood trees. And they apparently do this just this time of year. And if what I remember my dad telling me, he's a Gemini and he's a Google man. And he loves learning, and it's super fun talking with my dad. Just endless conversation. He said that apparently this type of tree has both a feminine tree. They have gender. So there are female trees and there are male trees. It's like marijuana or cannabis. And isn't that interesting too? That we have this male, female. And right now, you don't have to feel like you need to stand up for yourself so much, like you need to defend yourself so much, like you need to protect yourself. You're not in survival mode anymore, even though there's still some intensity, but you are being protected and you're able to float at the moment. You're able to let go, and you're able to send out your own seeds into the world, like these things that you're imagining, that you're creating from within, from this feminine energy, regardless of if you're a man or a woman. Okay, this isn't about your gender, this is about the energy. And I'm sure you've heard it, I'm sure you know this already, but we all have masculine and feminine within us. And it seems like there's someone who has been operating from a very imbalanced, not integrated aspect of themselves that's been in control for who knows how long. And you're now able to take your power back without even having to do anything. It might feel really uncomfortable, but really, you're learning how to surrender at this time. And you're learning to trust again and to have faith again. We have the 9 of Pipes. This is going through a battle, but instead of being left bruised, bloodied, battered up, like the traditional 9 of Wands, this is you in triumph. And look, there's an eagle or a hawk. Okay, so many wings. It's a lot of wing energy. We have the 8 of pipes to the 7 of pipes to the 9 of pipes. So wherever you were in your manifestation, you had to trust spirit and take a step back, and you had to go backwards. You had to descend. You had to digress. You had to go down so that you could reclaim part of yourself. And now you're leaping forward because you did go back to tie up loose ends, to heal, to refigure things out, whatever. And now is a major harvest time. So stones are pentacles. We have the Princess of Stones, which is the Page of Stones, and the Seven of Stones. Okay, so literally, like, both of these, look, this person, it's the same person, too. Basically. First, they're out there and they're harvesting because they know how. And second, they're bringing the harvest home. They're preparing for winter, but they know that the sun is still rising. You've been preparing for a really long time, and you've been studying for a really long time. You've been learning for a really long time, and I don't know what it is, but trust that the fruits of your labor are now coming to you again. You've already there's such a level of mastery that you've already achieved, but there were problems in the foundation and you had to go back. And it's almost like this incarnation is another example of you having to go back. Like, you were kind of blocked in this lifetime in ways that you felt but couldn't understand. And it was so that you could go back into yourself, into your roots, into your past, into your history, and remember who you are, reclaim the experiences you had, the skills, karma, dharma. You've been doing incredible work, and it's felt like it's taken a very long time. And I promise you, with the energy that is here, you are allowed to trust that you're safe, that you're taken care of, and that you can surrender into rest, into meditation, into creativity. What's the outcome, Spirit? I knew I wanted to work with this deck. And then pulling the past life cards and getting Native American. Five of Stones. There's still an energy that is covert, that's like hiding itself or doesn't want you to notice it, that wants you to be gone. Can we talk more about this, Spirit? I mean, this is the whole reason for having this. There is this energy of not seeing eye to eye, but desiring that. And it's seeming to just not be working. Like, getting the cold shoulder, getting attitude, feeling like you need to protect yourself, feeling like you're really trying to communicate, and also understanding that maybe you can't fix this or change this. And so what you're learning to do is to accept it, observe it, and to figure out how it's working for you. It's really like seeing it, the truth of what it is, not loving it, but knowing that this is a part of your journey. And if you're here, This is for you, even though it might not be fun or pretty. Can we talk more about the Five of Stones? Like, that's the message that I'm getting from that card overall. Like, this is why we're even having this reading. And there's the Tower moment. Like, this person that doesn't want you around, it's because of your authenticity and how much you act like a mirror. You're very much a truth bearer. And when you're comfortable going into your darkness to bring light to that place, there's an energetic signature of that it's almost like you have the words "I'm a mirror" tattooed on your forehead to other people. And you might not really notice it, except for that you're really polarizing. And some people are really drawn to you, and those people tend to be the people that are also really interested in their healing and their betterment, probably because they've gone through some stuff too. And the people that don't warm up to you or that act cold, it's because they're not comfortable looking at their darkness. And so you just coming into the space, just being you, just being comfortable with your shadow and with your light, that can really, really, really trigger some people who are not ready to integrate their shadow and their light. And so if you have been feeling like you're in a place that you're not really welcome, but Spirit has brought you there, God has brought you there, and you know that this is for the highest good of all, even though it's not going to be fun and it's not going to be comfortable, you're doing it. You're doing it. The cracks in the foundation had to be exposed before you continued to build on it. So you're in a rebuilding phase, and you're having to be really strong while being really soft. And this is like a whole new thing. And I am right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I'm going to pull one last card from the Medicine Woman deck. I'm going to shuffle first. And then I have a fun little weird deck that I'm going to pull from that I made. It is fun and it's a little weird. And it's little. One last card. Overall, just closing it out, what do they need to know? Power Lodge of the Pipes. Gosh, I rarely see this card. This is the Queen of Wands. Pipes, shall we? Since we've got quite a few of them in here and they're the same character. Okay, so we started off with the 8 of Pipes. This is communication coming in. You've been receiving a lot of information and a lot of intuition from the heavens, from the wings, from the sky. You've been getting the information that you don't need to defend yourself or protect yourself so strongly. You don't need to be in survival mode anymore. You're learning how to receive, how to rest, and how to embody that feminine energy, because you've overworked the masculine energy, regardless again of if you're a man or a woman, okay? This, you going back and reframing things and reclaiming things in yourself and your own power. This is you understanding the mission You understand the assignment here. And you're going to do it. Even though you don't like the class, you don't like the subject, you're going to do it. Because it's high integrity. And you know that it's going to advance you and others. And that it's going to be the best thing for you and others. Even though it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be pretty. Now. But it will be. Because you're choosing to do this very taxing, tiring, unflattering, but very, very deeply satisfying in the sense that you know you won't have any regrets. Because when you get to here, you don't want to be having regrets when you're here celebrating. And that brings you to a level of peace with others, harmony with the environment, with nature, with your family, with kin, with a lover, with yourself, with spirit. This energy flowing through you, drawing more of those who are meant to be in your life to you, drawing you to the people who are meant to be in your life. You are really doing it. I'm going to pull a few cards from this fun, weird little deck. This is a self-care deck that I made for myself. So let's just see what comes out, because obviously take it with a grain of salt. But maybe it's something that you've been thinking of doing anyway, or that you know would be helpful, and so you can do it or not. I'm not going to know. I won't know. I'm not going to come check on you so you can see if you just want to do it or not. Be your own authority here. What do we got? Let's just pull them, because I don't know if these little tiny guys are going to jump. We've got a manicure. I need to do my nails too. Okay, manicure. Let's pull this yellow one. Chop wood. Okay. This could also mean go to a driving range and hit some balls. This could also mean go to the batting cages and hit some balls. Chop wood. You know, it's summertime we're approaching here in the Northern Hemisphere. So obviously, if you're in a place and you know how and you can, go chop some wood. Really, really good for releasing anger and frustration, according to Chinese medicine, and believe me, it works. But if it's not the right time of year, or you're like, you don't chop wood, then any type of like hitting, okay, so like a racket sport. So maybe you need to go play pickleball or squash or racquetball. Something where you hit something, like, and you're supposed to. Lunges. Get that booty, honey. Let's pull one white one. And we got a Qigong warm-up. If you've been interested in Qigong, it's time to look into that. And also to do just some gentle warm-ups in the morning when you're waking up. Last card. Learn Tai Chi. Okay, so either Qigong or Tai Chi you've been interested in learning. This is a validation for you to go ahead and do that. Also down dog and planks. We have one cat that came loose. Yeah. We're no longer allowing our creativity and our imagination and our love to be drained. We are taking back our power. We are taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of others. And we're filling up our cup. I love you so much. I really hope that helps. I'm in a huge transition, and I'm trying to give readings, and it's been exhausting. I'm a caretaker now for my mom with Alzheimer's. My dad is also her caretaker, so the two of us are doing this, and it is hard. It's very hard, and she is at the point where she's upset or angry very often, and does throw intense temper tantrums, and it's been draining the life force out of me. It's been really hard being here, and I'm here. So I'm figuring out how I can show up consistently, and this is exactly what I need, because it's really challenging. It's really not fun, and it's also just really, really good. There's a lot of serious growth happening. So I feel that you somehow resonate with this, and your story is different, of course, but I'm here for you as well. As well as I can be at the moment. So I'm figuring out my offerings, and that stuff will, like, my links will be getting updated, just because my work schedule, how I like to be able to give readings, that schedule is pretty challenging with the amount of caretaking attention that I have to give. So I'm figuring all of that out, but for now, I think the easiest way that I can just show up and be consistent is by continuing to do readings and post them for you guys. So if that's helpful, then let me know in the comments. And otherwise, stay tuned for more. I really appreciate you. Over 6 years of having this channel, and I'm still figuring everything out. And I really, really genuinely am so grateful for you and that you're here. Otherwise, it's 85 degrees out, and the earth has been really healing. I've been making simple syrups. I made honeysuckle syrup yesterday. I made strawberry syrup yesterday. I've made lilac syrup. That one's my favorite so far. Ugh, I'm so bummed that the lilac season is so short. Oh my god, it's amazing though. And getting some. Actually, let's do this together, shall we? We're gonna go grab some lemon balm. Yeah. Did I say it's 85 degrees out? It's really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna pick some lemon balm, and I like to get it from shady area since it's the afternoon. The best time to pick lemon balm is actually in the morning, and you want to pick leaves that haven't been hit by the morning sunlight. And this section stays pretty hidden. And if you're just gonna make a cup for yourself, I like to pick 6 leaves. It just ends up being plenty for me if I'm just making some tea. And I like the numerology going into it too. And I like to bruise them. It's a cross between citrus and mint. And it's helpful. Very helpful for regulating your nervous system. Helpful for alleviating stress. And it's also helpful for digestion. So, yeah, I've been very much enjoying all of the plant life. So if that was just a little added tidbit, little vloggy, and we'll kind of catch you guys up without giving you all the details. It's time to go make some tea. I hope you guys are doing well. Seriously. Subscribe if you're new. Like, share. And have a good day. I'll see you in another video.